My name is Steffi Lidsky. I am the outreach coordinator for the University of Utah SWE, and I am also a lifetime Girl Scout and a community partner with the Girl Scouts of Utah. So, the first question to ask yourselves is why? Why do I want to work with the Girl Scouts? Well, as you may know, they are a partner with SWE on a national level, and there are also plenty more reasons to work specifically with girls in Girl Scouts. So I thought back on what I learned as a Girl Scout. And I learned to be courageous. I learned to take chances. I learned to be strong and to be a leader. And that is why I'm here today. I can honestly say that I would not be an engineer and I would not be speaking here if it weren't for Girl Scouts. And I want to use all of you to help make that difference in another girl's life, just like I aim to make differences in all of the girls' lives that I work with. So first we'll get a little background on Girl Scouts. So it was founded in 1912 in Savannah, Georgia by Juliet Gordon Lowe. Her nickname was Daisy, and that's actually what we call our youngest group of Girl Scouts. It was an offshoot of the Girl Guides and national or international scouting. So we're currently a member of WAGS, which is the Worldwide Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. And today we have 2.2 million girls. And that does not count the graduates of the Girl Scout program, the alumni like myself. It doesn't count the leaders, the volunteers, the workers that put on amazing programs for the Girl Scouts. So Girl Scouts touches millions of lives every year. And today we're known as the Girl Scouts of the USA. So there are some principles of Girl Scouts. This was my version of virtuous upbringing. I didn't go to church, I went to Girl Scouts. So the main three characters that Girl Scouts aim to provide with is courage, confidence, and character. So I'm using my courage and confidence now. I'm speaking to all of you. Character, I believe, has influenced me in everything I do because that's where I got my leadership, my interpersonal skills, all of the things that you talked about that was talked about in the previous speech. That's what I learned in Girl Scouts. And I also learned that on my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. And that is said by these millions of girls at every Girl Scout event, every Girl Scout meeting. They say those words, and I hope that that is what inspires them to live their lives by. For the Girl Scout law, we have 10 lines of things to live by, which gives us about 15 characteristics, which falls into the character that we want to grow. So I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do. And to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. So when you work with the Girl Scouts, you are truly becoming a sister to these millions of girls throughout the country, and they are looking up to you to lead them towards their future in STEM, in leadership, in whatever they choose to do. They look to us to help them. So we have some levels of Girl Scouting. I previously mentioned that our little ones, they're called daisies. So those are kindergartners. They're super cute. And we have brownies, juniors. So daisies, brownies, juniors is elementary school. Cadets is middle school. And then seniors and ambassadors are our high school girls. So we have a new program that the Girl Scouts recently started. It's called Journeys. And there's 3 of them. And there's the set of 3 for every age group. And it's your world, change it. It's your planet, love it. And it's your story, change it. So it's your story focuses on positive image for the girls. There's one about the representative of women in the media. There's other ones about confidence. So it's a great one for that interpersonal building. It's Your Planet, Love It has a STEM focus. It's mostly environmental, so that's a good way to tie it into us here today. There's also badges and awards. And badges are a set of the 3 principles that you can see on the bottom of the screen over here. And they have there's 3 sections with different activities in each section. You have the Discover, where they have to go out and talk to someone who might be in the industry that they're looking at. So for the home scientist badge for There's also patches, which don't have the specific curriculum set up by Girl Scouts USA, but you can earn them by doing different things. They're also fun patches that you get for going to different activities. So we, at the University of Utah SWE, actually have a patch that we made. It's this one right here. For our engineering, it's a girl thing. And we also have higher awards in Girl Scouts. If you're really interested in getting involved with the program, you might consider taking on a role with these. We have awards for leadership for for cadets, seniors, and ambassadors. And we also have our higher awards, the bronze, silver, and gold awards for community service and leadership. I am proud to say that I earned all 3 of them while I was a Girl Scout, and they definitely have helped me be who I am today. So, where does Girl Scouts fit with SWE and with STEM? Well, we have our STEM journeys, the It's Your Planet, Love It. We also have badges that different age groups can do. So Home Scientist for Brownies is a popular one. You get to make gack and fizzy things. So they really enjoy that. I do that a lot with my campers. I'm a camp counselor, so they really appreciate the sticky things. Entertainment technology, if you're into computer science or entertainment engineering for juniors. There's the Science of Style for seniors, which is chemically focused. It talks about the chemicals in different makeup products, that kind of stuff. And then there's an innovation badge for all age levels. There's also council's own patches, which in Utah we have an engineering girls patch that the girls can earn, and it has a specific set out curriculum. And this year we've actually been writing a set of 4 patches to highlight the different areas of engineering. And we held a workshop for our chemical one, so that was really cool. It's also a designated focus area, both by the National Girl Scouts and specifically by the Girl Scouts of Utah that we work with. So there are a few different ways that you can reach out to the Girl Scouts. You can go to troop visits. These have a huge impact on these little girls. So last year, we met this adorable troop of daisies. And first they came to our large event, which I'll talk about a little bit later, and they did some of the activities with us. And then in the spring, we were contacted by them, and they wanted us to come and do more engineering with them. And so we went out, and we taught them how to program some robots, and then we built catapults and kind of talked about some different forms. We talked about how math relates to that, and how different physics concepts are in that, on a level that 6-year-olds can understand, of course. So it's not intimidating for them. They absolutely adored it, and you get to spend a lot of one-on-one time with the girls, which is something you might not be able to do in larger groups. And so as a result of that, because of the big impact that we made, when I had the privilege of volunteering at the Girl Scouts National Convention last weekend in Salt Lake, these girls came back and they recognized me. They came to visit me at the STEM booth that I was helping out with, and they absolutely adored experimenting with these STEM things, and they plan on coming back again. So we've really made a difference in these girls. Their mom, one of the troop leaders, told me that her daughter now thinks, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to be an engineer mom. And that is what makes it worth it. So you can also do small groups and workshops. So we did a small group workshop at the end of September for our chemical engineering patch. And it gives a small volunteer to girl ratio. So we had about 1 to 5, which is a good ratio to work one-on-one with them. It's flexible in what you get to do with the girls. So you can do all sorts of cool things with them. If you look right here, we have an oil spill cleanup activity that we did with them, which was super cool. And then we made something sticky, which they're always a fan of sticky things. We did some bioplastic. With the small groups, you can do more complex activities that really require the critical thinking that you might not be able to do in a large group setting. And it also encourages teamwork and small group work. Large events. These are my favorite, personally. They're super impressive, and they are tons of fun. It's really a high energy environment. Sorry. And you also get lots of volunteers involved. You're making a difference in hundreds of girls' lives this way. It does require a lot of planning and a lot of volunteers, but there is a way around this. That would be to partner with another group that is hosting a large event and see if you can host a table or help with an activity at that event. We actually got the privilege of doing that with the Girl Scouts floppy disks from the 70s. So that was really interesting for them to see all that old technology and kind of examine it. So let's talk about planning activities. So if you are going to take on a Girl Scout event, you need to make sure that your activities are fun for the girls. So we want to make sure that we are encompassing 3 areas to interest them. And that's kind of the trifecta of fun activities. You have critical thinking, and that fits more in with the Girl Scouts, what they want to accomplish with their girls. You want it to be interactive, because that's what the little girls love. Big girls love it too. And think about all the times that you got to go hands-on in activity. That is the best experiences. And it also needs to be entertaining. It needs to be fun. So that'll help keep them interested, and it will make that big impact that you're looking on for them to say, oh, this is what I want to do. Some crowd pleasers that we have noted. Take-home activities, always a big crowd pleaser because they get to take them home, show their friends, show their family. This is what I did. Look at how awesome it is. Things that are loud, colorful, and fiery. Basically fireworks, if you think about the 4th of July, fireworks are impressive. If you can take something that has any of the characteristics of a firework, then the girls will absolutely adore it because it's fun for them, it's exciting. Edible experiments are also a great way to go. We did liquid nitrogen ice cream at our event last spring, and it was a great opportunity for them to learn about engineering safety. They also learned about chemical engineering, and it was really fun for them. So edible is good. So some activity ideas to leave you with kind of some ideas of what you can do. There are limitless activities that you can do with girls. Pretty much any concept can be taken and stuck into an activity that girls can do. So one of our popular ones is we do teamwork through production engineering, where we have them make a production line and we give them, okay, so here is a box of cookies and you need to decorate it, you need to frost it, decorate it, and set it out in a package. And here's your 5 girls, here's your material, how are you going to do that to meet quality control? And we have our volunteers go around as upper management and the FDA to make sure that they're wearing their gloves and their hair is back, and it's a lot of fun for them. Robotics, always a big deal. There's First Lego League that is a big partner with the Girl Scouts. You can also do smaller robot programming. We have little Wall-E type robots that are fun for them. Yeah. Simple circuits. There's a really great toy called Snap Circuits that is really popular with them. It works just like the snaps on your clothes, and you just snap different wires and different elements in together to make a circuit, and it does cool things like light up, sing happy birthday. It's really fun. You can do chemistry. There's really simple polymer experiments with borax and glue. You can explore structure and stability, so you can make bridges, you can do gumdrop and toothpick buildings. We take our gumdrop and toothpick buildings and put them on a shake table that we use to simulate earthquakes. And we're able to tie that back to, we're living in Utah, there's a risk of earthquakes, so would your building survive the next big earthquake? And also mechanical devices are big fun. So we did our catapults. We did them out of 2x4s, but you can also do them out of cardboard and skewers and a spoon. And there's also Newton rocket cars, which use a balloon